Yo, 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 welcome back. Today I'm gonna be talking about Valheim, more specifically the portals, and why I'm not really a fan of them. So let's start off with what portals are. So a portal is just like a circle, but let's see, squares. You put one here, you put one here. What do? They send you back and forth. That's it, that's everything. Pretty simple, right? Well, if you have, let's say, copper or tin, whatever, you can't teleport. This is my biggest problem. So, why can't you teleport with copper and all these things? Well, probably because the developers want you to explore, adventure, the usual reason like developers make going from point A to point B longer, apart from, having you buy micro transactions. However, my problem with this is that just by having portals, you're already trivializing exploration, at least in Valheim. Because the thing is, if you have, let's say, like the hammer, you can use the hammer to deconstruct the portal and turn this into materials. Now, what does this do? Well, you just pick them up and then craft another portal, and now you go from this one to this one. So you never really have to go back and forth again after you reach the portal. By the way, let me just tell you, I am a beginner. I've only defeated the first boss, the deer. That's why I'm basically talking about this. It's possible that this is fixed. Maybe there's like a portal upgrade that lets you keep ore or whatever. But so far, in the place I am in the game, this doesn't make sense. First of all, you get the portal really early. The portal should never really be destroyed, so you pretty much have like a teleportation to another like far off place. So here's the thing: why do you need to bring the ore manually? It just doesn't make sense to me. You already pretty much trivialized exploration with the portals, or not exploration, but you know, like going different ways, min-maxing like a road to go to from point A to point B. Because now you can just teleport. But you're also forcing the players to go back with ore, and it's like, what? And this only happens with the ore, so if you make the ore into armor, a helmet or whatever, you can still teleport. Because I made the helmet and I'm teleported, so it's like, it's only the base ore, but why? And here's the thing, I wouldn't be really, like, I don't know. I think a better solution to the problem would probably be, let's say you set up a portal, and let's say instead of being able to use it instantly with just putting like the name tag, and connecting them, you'd have to wait like uh, I don't use Microsoft Paint a lot. Where's the letter? Whatever. Let's say you have to go through like 3 days. You have to wait 3 days. Then you can teleport. I feel like that would be a better mechanic, because in those 3 days, well, you can use a day to mine, and maybe you're not really that far off, so you can use the remaining 2 days to just go back to your house with the ore in hand, and then you can teleport back. And because you're waiting 3 days, now, well, not because you're waiting 3 days, but now this teleport, you can also bring ores and everything, because it's not instant. I feel like that would be a better mechanic overall. It's 6:34 a.m. by the way. I woke up not long ago, so I just wanted to do a bit of a rant about this, since I just found it super annoying, and it just didn't make sense to me. Hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, the usual. Peace. Yo, I'm back. I actually wanted to add another thing. So I don't think I talked about it before, but portals also don't get destroyed. Well, I mean, they can get destroyed, but from my knowledge, with tamed boars, if you move far enough, the boars don't reproduce or do anything or get tamed. So I'm guessing that's also how enemies work, which means if you put a portal and then you leave and you're far, you leave to your to your home where your other portal is. That portal should never really be destroyed since enemies won't spawn there. After all, you're pretty far. So that's another problem. Like you pretty much always just have an instant teleportation with no downsides, and you can constantly move it further and further. The only time you're really gonna break the portal is if you're fighting near it, I guess. But you can also just build around it and protect it a bit. So realistically, you're never gonna have the portal be destroyed. You never really have to like explore around and like uncover the whole map. At least that's the feeling I'm getting now that I have the portal, which isn't really that good if I'm being honest. I am a fan of exploration, as long as there's a lot of things to explore, not just empty riding through like Elden Ring style. A lot of enemies, a lot of things, whatever. I'm getting off topic. Bye.